this is River, and today I'm reading Lesson 19, or practicing Lesson 19 from A Course in Miracles. I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. The idea for today is obviously the reason why your seeing does not affect you alone. You will notice that at times, the ideas related to thinking precede those related to perceiving, while at other times the order is reversed. The reason is that the order does not matter. Thinking and its results are really simultaneous, for cause and effect are never separate. Today we are again emphasizing the fact that minds are joined. This is rarely a wholly welcome idea at first, since it seems to carry with it an enormous sense of responsibility and may even be regarded as an invasion of privacy. Yet it is a fact that there are no private thoughts. Despite your initial resistance to this idea, you will yet understand that it must be true if salvation is possible at all. And salvation must be possible because it is the will of God. The minute or so of mind searching with today's exercises require that it be undertaken with eyes closed. The idea for today is to be repeated first, and then the mind should be carefully searched for the thoughts it contains at that time. As you consider each one, name it in terms of the central person or theme it contains, and holding it in your mind, as you do so, say, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about blank. You fill in the blank. So an example might be, I'm not alone in experiencing the effects. So our eyes are closed. I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about having too short of a lunch break. The requirement of as much indiscriminateness as possible in selecting subjects for the practice period should be quite familiar to you by now, and will no longer be repeated each day, although it will occasionally be included as a reminder. Do not forget, however, that random selection of subjects for all practice periods remains essential throughout. Lack of order in this connection will ultimately make the recognition of lack of order in miracles meaningful to you. Apart from the as-needed application of today's idea, at least 3 practice periods are required. Okay. Do not attempt to do more than 4 lessons, more practice periods. So, I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. We're going to begin our practice period. I'm going to do a quick, short example again, and then we can quietly practice together. So, what it would look like is you're going to close your eyes, and you're going to say, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I'm not alone in experiencing the effect of this thought about being single or not with a partner. I'm not alone in experiencing the effect of this thought about wanting peace in my life. I'm not alone in experiencing the effect of this thought about all the work I have to do for the training for my job. The overwhelming kind of dread. Okay, so then you would end after about a minute. So remember that as you think of the thoughts, that you're going to name it in terms of the central person or theme it contains. So if it's about a person that you're thinking about, you could just name them, this thought about blank. If it's a concern, it could be like their health or their whatever is going on with them. You could name them, and then, but yeah, why don't we just begin and try not to anticipate what thoughts are already on your mind, and just kind of begin and then like start fresh, and then see what thoughts arise as you're practicing. And I'm going to practice quietly with you, so let's go ahead and practice for a minute. So go ahead and close your eyes, and you can repeat after me. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. And then begin to name the thought by the theme of the person. I'm not alone in experiencing the effect of this thought about, and then fill in the blank. Go ahead and begin. I think I went over a little bit. Go ahead and stop. Remember, lack of order and random selection of subjects is essential. So that concludes our practice for lesson 19 for today. You're going to apply this as needed throughout the day. So if anything comes up during your day, you can state it. Also, make sure you're practicing it 2 or 3 more times, and you can shorten how long you practice. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. Thoughts and images happen simultaneous. The sense of responsibility can create fear, or the invasion of privacy. This isn't usually a welcome idea that all of our minds are joined. These are just the highlights of this lesson. I thought it was really interesting. What's coming to my mind was one of my friends recently said that sometimes when you're stuck and in like a place in your life, it can be hard to ask for help. Whether it's you're in like a little bit of a hole, an emotional rut, really dark space, and but that it's actually the connections we make with people when we're in those spaces that help us through, and that they're not just like good for us, they're essential. And I wonder, when our minds are joined, we look at it as and look at the positive part of it too, when kind of this feeling of invasion of privacy comes into your mind, or not believing it or shutting down to it, I just think, like, always kind of think, what's the positive, and maybe this in the long run will make me feel better. So thanks for joining me today. I wish you a wonderful day, and lots of moments of peace and quiet and joy and determination and grace and presence. Anyway, take care.